Panama Canal. "5:13 a.m., babe."
The Panama Canal.
Adrenaline's pumping. Today is so super special.
It's a little stressful. It's a long ways from Portersville in Mississippi.
Mega 500-foot ship behind us.
The Americans kicked Germany's ass.
I can't believe this is happening right now.
Gonna do what they say can't be done. Gonna let the water out, drop us down about 30 feet. Then they're gonna open this gate and then we're gonna pick off.
Woo!
Milestone after milestone.
You see this canal? On one side, there's the Atlantic Ocean, and on the other, a whole different beast, the Pacific, the largest ocean on the planet, waiting for us to conquer it. And this narrow strip of water, well, it's the only thing standing in our way. They call it the Panama Canal, an engineering marvel shrouded in controversy.
My administration will be reclaiming the Panama Canal.
Rising fees, endless bureaucracy, and delays. But for us, it's one final checkpoint before we take on our next extreme passage. We've crossed the Atlantic twice, with no hired crew, just a husband and wife team chasing waves and pushing limits. Now we're upping the ante. Crossing oceans is a rush. It's adrenaline, it's danger, it's chaos. We're addicted. So if we have to navigate red tape and massive locks to reach the Pacific, then so be it. By the end of this video, you'll see exactly what it cost. Money, nerves, and everything in between. We'll show you the whole thing. So welcome to the Panama Canal, the gateway between two oceans, and the next step in our mission to sail Tela Ru around the world. Strap in. This ride's about to get real, and by the time we're done, you might just be itching to visit this historic canal yourself, to check it off your own bucket list, or maybe decide to simply enjoy the experience from the comfort of your own couch. All right, y'all, welcome back to Sailing Tela Ru. I'm going to take y'all back just a little bit earlier, a couple hours earlier, and then I'll be right back. We are officially headed out through the Panama Canal in just a couple of hours. It's currently about 3:41 in the morning. Sean and I got up at 2 a.m. this morning. We've got line handlers coming to the boat here in the next 20 minutes. Then we've got to go pick up a guide we will grab from the anchorage. That's not the only reason that today is so super special. We also are celebrating our 2-year milestone since we left the U.S. of A. 5:13 a.m., babe, headed out.
That's right, it's just pitch dark and we got a real narrow channel here between boats and mangroves. So we're making our way out. Cristobal Station, this is Sailing Vessel Tela Ru. Sailing Vessel Tela Ru. Yes, good morning, sir. Sailing Vessel Tela Ru. We've entered the anchorage area and we are ready to pick up our advisor.
Yes, sir. Advisor will be there at 0500.
0500, copy that. Sailing Vessel Tela Ru. So we just waiting here? Or
Yes.
Okay. Just need to hover right here.
Yes, right here.
Okay. All right, we're about to pick up the advisor. They're approaching the boat starboard side now.
We're gonna do the other side, maybe?
Yes.
Oh, what an experience.
English.
English, okay. My name is Thaddeus. I'll be your advisor for today.
Amber.
Amber.
Yeah.
This is your first time crossing the canal?
Yes.
Okay, on behalf of the canal, welcome to the Panama Canal.
How you feel, babe?
Things are good. It's a little stressful because it's pitch dark out here and the wind's blowing about 16 knots and there's a current and they want you to hover the boat pretty much in one spot.
You got this, Cap.
I'm just trying to stay prop walk.
Okay, we are officially soon to go through the first lock. We're going to be rafting up with a catamaran. They're going to be on our starboard side. We've got awesome line handlers here. Sean's behind the helm. We have an advisor. And we have me. It's actually a pretty iconic day for us as well because exactly 2 years ago today, we left Coconut Grove, Florida to start our entire circumnavigation around the world aboard our monohull sailboat. And today we are doing another iconic thing, which is transiting the Panama Canal for the very first time ever. So it is very epic, very iconic, especially considering it is 2 years to date since we left Coconut Grove, Florida.
We're leaving the second or first?
First.
Today the first?
So y'all, here's a quick correction. In the moment, I said it was exactly 2 years to the day since we left Coconut Grove, Florida. But I was actually off by just 1 day. We originally set out on March 1st, 2023, and we ended up crossing the Panama Canal on March 2nd, 2025. But let's be real, being a single day off doesn't dull the excitement of celebrating 2 full years at sea, chasing our dream of a global circumnavigation. If anything, it's a reminder that this life isn't always perfect or perfectly timed. The important part is we're out here together, marking a 2-year milestone by accomplishing something epic, crossing the Panama Canal. On another note, when smaller pleasure boats like ours transit the Panama Canal, they often raft up together, as you see us doing with this catamaran, usually in pairs or trios to make the most of the lock space. This is an absolute first for us. What do you say, Cap?
That's interesting. It's a long ways from Portersville in Mississippi.
Yes, it is. This approach lets multiple boats move through in a single cycle, ensuring a more efficient flow amid the larger commercial traffic. It's a streamlined method that keeps the canal operating smoothly, allowing more vessels to pass in less time. When you're crossing the Panama Canal on a sailboat, you're required to have line handlers plus a canal advisor on board. Our line handlers and advisor was set up for us through our agent. While you don't have to hire out professional line handlers like these guys, and you can absolutely use friends or crew to act as your line handlers, these guys right here really know what the job entails and exactly what to do at every second through the all-day process. The line handlers manage the ropes and the fenders that keep your vessel centered and stable inside the massive lock chambers, which is no small feat when you're traversing the same lock chambers as enormous commercial ships. Meanwhile, the advisor is your link to the canal authority, communicating directly with lock operators, guiding your every maneuver, and making sure you follow the canal's strict protocols. Baby, we're about to go through.
That's right, first lock. Pretty exciting stuff.
This setup is pretty intense, but it's all about keeping boats like ours safe and on track through one of the world's most heavily trafficked waterways that about 40 commercial ships pass through each day. You might think you know this place, but trust us, the real story goes way deeper than big ships and steel gates.
Floating up.
pretty exciting.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah. What an experience.
Yeah, they've been doing this since 1914.
Built by Americans.
Yep, yeah, the French tried to do it, failed. The late 1800s.
Water level canal,
Yeah,
and they will make it. The engineers of the United States, they think a little bit more,
yeah,
make an amazing engineering work.
yep.
Back in 1881, the French took a swing at building this canal. They faced landslides, relentless tropical downpours, and a workforce ravaged by disease. The technology needed to carve through Panama's unforgiving terrain just didn't exist. So their grand vision sank under debt, despair, and a whole lot of heartbreak. In 1903, President Theodore Roosevelt negotiated a treaty giving the United States control of this canal zone, and by 1904, American boots were on the ground, wielding next-level machinery. And 10 grueling years later, in 1914, the Panama Canal was finally a reality at a cost of around $375 million US, a staggering number at that time and still today. For decades, the USA held on to its golden goose. But fast forward to 1977 when President Jimmy Carter signs a deal to gradually hand it all back to Panama. So by the stroke of noon on December 31st of 1999, the canal was fully Panamanian. And if you think that ended the drama, then think again. Between power struggles, rising tolls, global shipping fears, there's a reason everyone still debates this canal. It's the lifeblood of international trade, shaving thousands of miles off journeys between oceans, and a single shutdown could echo across the globe, driving up prices and derailing economies. But for us, the why to crossing the canal is a lot simpler. We're crossing this narrow strip of water on our 44-foot sailboat Tela Ru with a hunger for the extreme. Yes, it's expensive, but we're about to see just how worth it truly is. The doors are already closing. We are in lock numero dos. Do you do this a lot? Do you do this a lot?
Yeah, I have 4 years.
4 years, yeah.
We have 50 years. Now we have like 9, 8.
Wow, that's a long time. They close so fast, and I feel like we raise up so fast too. Wow. What an experience of a lifetime, baby.
Yeah.
All right, we are about to begin raising up again. It all happened so quickly, a lot faster than I realized that it was going to be going. So far, we're in lock number 2. Really great not to have the stress of having to do it ourselves and having awesome handlers who are taking care of all of the lines and everything, and I just get to film today. Very much a change for me. So while Sean held on to the helm, I had the easiest gig of all, filming and cooking the hot meals and honestly staying out of the way. Which lock are we in right now?
Third lock with the Atlantic setup.
Simply explained, when crossing the Panama Canal from the Atlantic side to the Pacific side of the canal, you'll be lifted up over the course of the 3 lock systems that you just witnessed before entering a beautiful lake. Upon exit of the 3rd lock into the lake, we detach from the catamaran and would motor for several hours across about 21 nautical miles of this lake. Gatun Lake is more than just a scenic stretch of water. It's the key to how the Panama Canal actually works. Created by the Gatun Dam, this massive reservoir supplies the water that lifts ships across the isthmus. You see, the Atlantic and Pacific aren't at the same elevation, so the lake acts like a natural highway between the two oceans. Ships sail through it after clearing the first set of locks on the Atlantic side, then head toward the final locks, dropping them down into the Pacific. It's an incredible sight, lush and expansive. You're in a world where nature and engineering blend in a way that still amazes us to this day. We have to cook them an American breakfast and a hot lunch, not like a sack lunch or anything like that. It's calm, so I'm going to go ahead and start cooking eggs, bacon. That way they can be fed, and it's still early in the morning. It's like 7 something in the morning, so let's get to cooking. So we're passing the Tropical Research Facility of the Smithsonian Institute. Wow. And people actually live there. Scientists. That's wild. That is so stacked. Loaded to the gill. The canal is under regular maintenance, including dredging, as you can see taking place here in order to maintain the canal's excavated depth, ensuring safe passage for ships. Dredging is actually a daily activity to keep the waterway depth suitable for navigation.
So during World War II, after the Americans kicked Germany's ass as a trophy of war, the Americans took the crane and brought it here to the canal. The Germans used to use that crane to lift their submarines in and out of the water. Interesting piece of history sitting there.
We have been in this lake for hours now. We're going to pick up a mooring ball and wait for about 50 minutes to an hour. So I'm going to go down and cook lunch during that time while we're waiting to go through to the Pacific side.
We're going to tie off of that buoy right there. We're going to moor to this buoy and wait for our time slot.
Okay.
You're talking about the one over here? Yeah, okay.
I got it.
You got it.
I got it on camera. So we are now on a mooring ball. It's a toasty day. This thing is massive. This is the biggest ship I've ever seen in my life. Captain?
We're westbound and down. Loaded up and trucking. We're westbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We're gonna do what they say can't be done. Got a long ways to go, but a short time to get there. Watch old bandit run.
I don't know that song.
That's some Smokey and the Bandit.
Crossing the Panama Canal together. Milestone after milestone after milestone. Who knows what we'll be doing a year from now? What accomplishment was made then? 2 years ago, we were leaving Coconut Grove, Florida. Now we're crossing the Panama Canal. What iconic thing are we going to do in 1 year?
Okay, we are now in the area of Geiler Cut. According to our advisor, this was the most difficult area to dig out, and they had to use a massive amount of dynamite. And we are passing through that area right now, the most difficult area to dig out, to cut through, to blow up in the whole Panama Canal. We're passing through, y'all, on our way to the next set of locks before getting into the largest ocean in the world, the Pacific Ocean. Honestly, this lake in between the locks is actually so beautiful and so scenic. I literally cannot believe we're doing this. This is just amazing, wild, exciting. Oh my gosh. All right, we are about to tie up with this touristy boat.
Yeah.
We're doing it, baby.
That shouldn't get. The crazy thing is, I mean, big ship coming in out there.
All right, y'all, we are in the first lock, getting ready. As you see, we have this big ship behind us right now. Once this ship gets tied up and fully stopped, they're gonna shut the gate behind them. They're gonna lower the water, and we're gonna lower, and then we're gonna go to the next lock, and then we're gonna slowly lower as we get all the way out. We're super excited, and it's pretty epic to be here right now having this mega 500-foot ship behind us. This is iconic, it's amazing, and I can't believe this is happening right now. Like our morning run through the first 3 locks, we now had 3 more to tackle. The difference this time was that we only stayed rafted with the tourist vessel while each lock was lowering us. Then, untied and motored to the next lock before rafting up again. We repeated that process for all 3 locks. Earlier in the day, we stayed rafted to the catamaran the entire time until we reached Gatun Lake. So there was a little slight difference between the first set of 3 locks and the second set of 3 locks.
They're gonna close the gate. They're gonna let the water out, drop us down about 30 feet. Then they're gonna open this gate and then we're gonna take off.
Baby, this is the very last one we're going through.
Yep, almost in the Pacific. Big stuff. Big stuff.
This is epic.
Long way from Coconut Grove, Florida.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Peter, Capitan. Well, on behalf of the Panama Canal and the Panamanian government, we want to welcome to the Pacific side.
Woo! We're here!
Hi, Captain. Good driver.
Yep.
We've officially transited the Panama Canal. How long do we have to go till Flamenco?
45 minutes, something like that.
Okay. We still had one mission left before we could truly celebrate this Panama Canal victory. It was to part ways with our advisor, incredibly professional and knowledgeable, from dawn till dusk, and then drop off our line handlers at Flamenco Marina. Thank you, bye!
Visors off, now we go to Flamenco, to the fuel dock.
We're officially in Pacific waters for the very first time ever, and off to our port side. Y'all can see the Panama City, tall buildings off in the distance. The Panama Canal is behind us. We're gonna go grab some fuel, and then we're gonna be headed out into the vast South Pacific Ocean. After motoring all day to conquer these locks, Tela Ru needed a serious refuel because our journey is far from over. Now, if you're wondering what this mind-blowing day cost us, you are in luck because we are laying it all out on the screen. Crossing the canal definitely isn't something cheap. Every boat situation is different, so take these numbers as a ballpark, but brace yourself because it ain't pocket change. We also want to throw a massive shout out to our incredible Patreon supporters. Let's be real, your contributions on Patreon don't just pad our wallets, because over the past year, the money we've earned on Patreon has practically covered this canal transit and almost all of the fuel we needed to tackle the Pacific. By the way, our 2 lowest tiers on Patreon are actually sold out right now, so we see you, thank you, and we can tell that you're loving the content that we're posting there on a nearly daily basis. For anyone craving one more insider scoop, we did just drop a massive announcement over on Patreon that will not be made public until sometime in May. So if you're itching to know, then you know where to find us. As for today, we thrived. Crossing the Panama Canal flipped a switch inside us, once daunting, expensive, and totally unknown, and transforming it into a memory we'll never forget. With the pros on board, it turned out to be smooth and surprisingly seamless. But in true Sailing Tela Ru fashion, we're not winding down in a marina. We're definitely not dropping anchor. We've got another beast on the horizon. 4,100 nautical miles of open ocean, our longest haul we've ever faced. The second this boat was fueled up, we were off to conquer another ocean as husband and wife, forging ahead in our world circumnavigation. And let's just say, the best is yet to come.